Hello everyone and welcome to this episode 31 of the NERDcast. I'm Lee and this is our pre-E3 podcast.
Pre-3. 3. That actually fits. Yeah. That's good.
And I'm joined by Will.
Hello.
In the studio. And our E3 correspondent is on the scene at his house via phone. It's Danny. Say hi, Danny.
I said hi. Calm down.
So yeah, I guess this, as I said before, this is our pre-3... I did it again! Pre-E3 discussion that we're just going to kind of talk about what's all the news is going around and everything we know about E3 so far in anticipation of it happening on June 11th to the 13th, I believe. I know it's the 11th, but I don't know how long it goes.
That was the 10th.
I thought it was... I don't know.
Could have swore I heard... Oh, well.
Next week.
Yes.
But, yeah, so... I said this year is kind of, well, we do our predictions, which we'll be doing later, and I said to these guys, or to everyone in the cast, that this year's kind of weird because we either know everything about something or we know that, like, next to nothing about something.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
Like, we pretty much know what the PS4's lineup is going to be. Right? I don't think there's any super secret games that are coming out with it. But on the other hand, we know literally nothing about Xbox's lineup. We can anticipate, but they haven't said anything about games. Unless you guys have heard something.
I've heard absolutely nothing.
I have heard nothing.
So, yeah. I was correct in that assumption. But,
yeah.
And another thing is, like, BioWare being really secret, not really saying anything of what they're doing. They have a new IP, but that's it. So that's all we know. We don't know. But yeah, so if we want to talk about just general things that we think is exciting, what we think, well, we don't want to get into our predictions just yet, but just, what do we know so far? That's just to set up for everything.
Nintendo is not doing a big press conference, but it's still there in spirit, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Quite frankly, that is the smartest move they have ever done.
Because they're setting up...
I was going to say we already kind of discussed whether or not this is a good move. And I don't really know. I think it's going to be something that we figure out if it's good or bad after it happens, right?
Yeah, because they have their little demos for the game set up so people can still test them out and see things, but they're not like, this is our thing, giant screen.
Yeah. Dubstep.
Celebrity.
Well, no, see, I was thinking, I read somewhere, or it might have been like IGN, someone from there said something, that if Nintendo had a big press conference, they would probably fail, because they're going up against 2 new console launches.
Yeah.
Brand new ones, and they're quite frankly, I care about gameplay, but a lot of people care about the tech specs, so they're all going to be saying, oh, the Wii U just catches up to the PS3, and now they're trying to hold a candle to the PS4 and Xbox One. I almost said Xbox 720. But yeah, so I think it's a smart move. I'm looking for their Nintendo Direct stuff. That's actually pretty cool.
I like Nintendo Direct. I've started watching it occasionally. It's nice.
How often do they air things?
I think it's every couple weeks. Like first one I watched was about Pikmin 3. They released one about a week ago that was about Monster Hunter 4 in Japan. I'm pretty sure it's every couple weeks though.
Has there been any news that you've heard of those ones, like or Pikmin 3 at E3 or?
Yeah, Pikmin 3 will be at E3. It's being released in August, and then Monster Hunter 4 is coming to Japan on September 14th. Don't think that might be at E3.
How long is the gap usually between when it's in Japan and when it's here? Is there
2 years?
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's that, and it depends on if they even want to localize the game.
Yeah, like Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate came out in Japan in 2011. We only got it here in March.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's localization and based on demand.
Yeah.
For the game as well, because there are a lot of games that are released in Japan that we never see or that we've never even known about.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Because they will we would never play those games, but only they would.
And then there's some games that come over here that shouldn't come over here. Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Danny. I just had to do
Don't
that.
set him off. Don't set him off.
I was joking, by the way, but
The ice is very thin beneath your feet right now.
but
He's a very delicate flower right now.
I guess speaking of that, I don't know if there's any information at all about Final Fantasy, and I'm probably encroaching on some of your predictions that we're talking about. But
Yeah, so shut up.
is there any news?
They announced back at the PS4 thing that they're going to announce a new Final Fantasy.
Oh, that's right, the announcement of the announcement. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the announcement of the announcement.
Yep, something along the lines of that. But
Oh, dog, I heard you like announcements, so I just announced the announcement to give you another announcement.
yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
But I don't know. What game are you guys most anticipated to hear about? Because for
I'm
me,
excited for Pokemon X and Y personally.
I think, well, considering there hasn't really been anything about it yet, I think that will be interesting to hear about.
Well, it's just they're dedicating an hour and a half to it, but I'm saving that for another discussion.
Yeah. I think
My game
we
is-
discussed this before. Sorry, Danny, I interrupted you, but we
No,
discussed
you,
this.
go.
We discussed before the podcast that next episode, we'll probably it'll probably be a post E3 show, but then after that, it's going to be
A post
Pokemon.
pre-3 show?
A post pre-3, a pre-post pre-3 show, but yeah. So 2 episodes from now, I guess. Well, I lied. Are going to be our Pokemon exclusive show. So have that.
I'll wait as best I can.
But what were you going to say, Danny, before that? Because I kind of cut you off.
My game that I'm most looking forward to, with Nervous Intentions, is the new Final Fantasy, because I want to know, like, are they okay? They're probably just going to show like a concept render of what, like, they're gonna show the trailer, and it's gonna look like it's showing gameplay, and we're all gonna be like, oh, it looks so amazing, and then we're gonna hear nothing about it for 6 years, and then they're gonna finally release like an actual gameplay trailer, and it's gonna be a piece of crap.
Yep.
No, sorry, that was my prediction. Damn it.
That sounds about par for the course there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does sound just like normal.
I don't
guess.
think I would allow that for a prediction because that sounds too plausible.
Predictable.
Logic dictates that that's going to happen.
But I don't think I have one narrow thing that I want to, or one like actual pick. I haven't done the research that I've been hoping to do yet, but I am excited to hear about Destiny, just because of the simple fact that I'm still not sure. I'm still up in the air about it. It's something that's like, it's either going to be meh, average, or right now it's on the precipice of being an awesome game from what I've seen.
I already have my pre-order.
I don't pre-order games.
I don't
Game I pre-ordered was Mass Effect 3.
I don't usually pre-order games, and then they're like, "Do you want to put down a pre-order for anything?" And then I look at the poster, and then I look back, and I say, "I want to pre-order Destiny."
So the guy behind the GameStop counter is a 75-year-old pedophile.
Pretty much.
I pre-order every single game I buy.
I don't. I just get lucky when they're there.
Yeah, I've never
Just go in
actually.
and start like, do you have this game? Yeah, we got one copy left. Solid. I'll take it.
Yeah, I've never actually pre-ordered a Pokemon game before.
I don't have to pre-order any Final Fantasy game anymore because there's going to be a full skid of copies in the back.
Yeah.
It's funny because at this point in time, you're gonna have to we don't have to actually there's probably a day of the week that we're free during the day. So any kids that we're gonna buy a game, we can just walk in at lunchtime and just oh yeah.
Yeah. Here, I want one. Okay.
And they just pull one off of the top, the giant stack there. You were the first one. Blow the dust off of it because it's been sitting in a box in there for a month. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to Destiny. But other than that, I'm really interested to see what the new IP from BioWare is.
Mm.
Because if you think about it, what's it going to be about? I can't think of anything. They had their token medieval style game in Dragon Age, right? They have their futuristic game in Mass Effect. And these are just
Zombies?
their well, that was almost one of my predictions. I was almost going to make my prediction. The new BioWare IP will be about zombies. But if you think about the way that they BioWare sets up their game, it's mostly story and dialogue driven, right? Like Knights of the
enough.
Old Republic, Dragon Age, Mass Effect, right? So then if you think about a dialogue and story driven zombie game, we've already had that with Telltale's Walking Dead.
Well, let's
So-
say they can't do another fantasy, like another Dragon Age type
Oh,
game. They've
they
already
could.
done Knights of the Old
We're
Republic
all
and Mass Effect.
getting one forgotten BioWare game, Empire.
It's not forgotten.
I know. Well, there's a lot of people who don't know. Lee, have you ever heard about that?
What?
You ever heard of Jade Empire?
Sounds familiar, but I don't remember what it is.
It's the game BioWare made before Mass Effect 1 that a lot of people loved, but they haven't really done much with it. I can see them like rebooting that, even though they only did one game.
Well, they've said it's a new IP, so I don't see how they could. I think they would have said
That's
if it
true,
was
but
built off of it, right?
They could always try to do their own post-apocalyptic style game.
And that's what I was thinking they were going to do. Or like,
There are only so many genres to do with RPG effective. Assuming it is an RPG, I don't know.
yeah,
Dragon
it'll
Effect
probably
could
be
be
something
old.
along the lines of that.
Yeah.
They could be going with something totally new, right? Big Daddy EA is just going to put the hammer down and make them.
Okay, BioWare, I want you to reinvent Tetris.
I want to have a dialogue and story-driven game only based around Tetris.
And we're going to release it on iPhone. It's going to be free, but then you got to pay money to advance.
Yeah.
You want the line block? It'll be $5.
Yeah, you gotta pay for the straight block. And then you have to pay. You can either pay for the blue straight block, which is the good one, or the red straight block, which is the bad one, and you have a karma system. But I think we'll talk about this now. Who do you think is going to be? Whoa, my room just exploded because the train's going by. But who do you think is going to be the winner of E3? Because right now we're down to only 2 contestants, right? Because Nintendo can't technically be the winner because they have no press conference.
Yeah. I think Sony's
Valve, because Sony and Microsoft are both going to suck, and Valve will win in the end.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I do.
Because like we know everything's going to come from those parties, or at least we think we do. They can always throw surprises here and there.
I do think that Sony is the clear front runner with the PS4 at this point in time.
Because they actually have games.
Microsoft did their best to make sure they were going to lose.
Yeah, they did very well at losing.
Yep. It's like gym class where you
they're gonna have like
fail that class unless if you actively try.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Of course, they're gonna have some celebrity show up. They're gonna have something to do with Call of Duty that's gonna be over the top and excessive.
Just bring Trey Parker and Matt Stone back into the stage. Holy crap! So
so
they can make fun of the Xbox One.
Yeah, it's just it's good when they have somebody that they bring on stage that openly mocks the product. But yeah,
and does not even read off the prompter either.
That's going to be their as with their other years. It's going to be Xbox is going to have their they have make a huge deal about a game that's multi-platform. Like, you can get Call of Duty on Xbox and all the other consoles. Just muttered under their breath. But what are the odds you think that there'll be a new Halo?
Tease of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well they're not gonna have like a full-on trailer and gameplay, right? Just that it exists.
Maybe a trailer for the TV show.
The Halo TV show.
Yeah, remember they mentioned that the Xbox thing. They'll probably have a trailer or something for that.
Didn't they have a big name that was directing that, or no?
I
Peter
don't
Jackson
remember.
was supposed to be directing a Halo movie, and then apparently Steven Spielberg is attached to this somehow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he's probably like a executive executive producing consultant.
He doesn't actually know what movie it is. He just sort of signed something, and now he gets to be in the credits.
Pretty much, yeah. So
And
I
he
don't
gets-
know what you're filming. So I just want 5% of all revenue from this film.
And you can slap my name on it.
They just
How
want
much want to
that.
bet how much want to bet he's done that before and accidentally signed a deal for like a porno?
Yeah, probably.
Backdoor Sluts 9, produced by Steven Spielberg.
From the visionary mind of director Peter Jackson comes Backdoor Sluts 9. I can picture that.
Unfortunately.
But yeah, I don't even really think, and it's, although it was kind of weird because, well, I try to remember who we said was going to win last year. I'm pretty sure I said it was Sony's to lose. Or no, I said it was Microsoft's to lose.
It is. So it is.
This year it's Sony's to lose. Last year, Microsoft had it in the bag. Because that was this was around the time that they had the whole, like, hacking thing and that was down, and somebody broke into so they basically, somebody took all the credit
That
cards.
was the 2011
Well,
conference.
it was still like they hadn't said anything about it, right? It was both of those events, like that it was down and that it got hacked. Or that was the same thing, right? Well, there's still something that needed to be acknowledged, right? Because there was a lot of people that were not going to have their credit cards, and I still think to this day don't have their credit cards on the system. But yeah, that was basically what I was saying last year, was that Sony's going to have to do something amazing to win, and this year Sony's going to have to do something amazing to lose.
Yeah.
Amazingly bad to lose. They're going to have to pull another Ridge Racer Giant Enemy Crab again.
Well, you do realize this is launching a new console, so there's a good chance that is going to happen. Castle comes out. We are announcing a new PlayStation 3 exclusive. PS4 exclusive. It's Ridge Racer.
Was it him that said it that time?
Yeah.
And
He
who
was
was it?
showing off the
Who was
PS1 classics. He was showing off.
Who said the Giant Enemy Crab thing?
The
Was that
guy
him
who
too?
one of the developers of a Genji 2 or something.
Oh, okay. It's funny because every time we talk about E3, you have to bring that up.
Genji 2 is an action game based on real Japanese crab.
But yeah. Do we have any other comments that we're gonna make on? Or are we gonna go into the predictions and then kind of discuss from there, because we can build off of our predictions?
I think we can go on to predictions now.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. It could basically, the news on E3 or pre-E3 is basically just, I didn't screw it up that time, but it's just basically that we either know everything or we know nothing. And we can't really,
Yeah.
it's difficult to speculate from there, even though we have, and you're going to hear our speculation.
We have tried.
Does anybody want to go first, or, because I can go first if they want.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay.
This goes back to a prediction I had last year, one that is still very much pissing me off.
Okay.
We will finally get a definitive release date of South Park: The Stick of Truth.
False.
I just don't burst my bubble yet. Remember, I think it was a while ago when I actually said, if this game even comes out, and I looks like I am right. This game still has no release date.
And it was pretty
Where
much
is it?
like it was ready to come out last E3.
Yeah, what is going on? I know they switched publishers, but really, come on.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
But
thing. Come on, really, throw me a bone here.
okay.
I'm not even going to elaborate on this prediction. Just come on, please.
Just come on.
Okay.
Really.
Prediction. Now prediction number 2 from Danny.
Okay. Final Fantasy, the new one, will be announced. However,
Which one is that? 16?
15.
Oh, okay.
I've lost count after 40. But just like Final Fantasy 13, they're going to announce a whole series based on Final Fantasy 15. And none of the other games will come out except for 15.
Okay.
That's one prediction. Microsoft is going to show that Quantum Break game that they actually announced at their Xbox One, and it will be a game that will make me go, I wish I could play that.
I wish I gave a shit about that.
Like, it looks good. Like, I was a fan of Max Payne, never played Alan Wake, but Remedy does a good job. So, and my fourth prediction is EA is going to come out and they're going to talk about Battlefield 4. And they're just going to continuously talk about how much it shits on Call of Duty.
Have they done that in the past?
Yeah. The tagline for the tagline for Battlefield 3 was above and beyond the call.
Was it? I don't even remember that. Wow.
I don't have
That's
a
aggressive.
So
you're predicting another dig on Call of Duty by the Battlefield team. Is that the prediction?
Yeah, and here is my fifth prediction. We will finally get a glimpse of what Respawn Entertainment is doing.
Considering they've been saying that they're you're going to see something about it since like COD 4 came out.
Pretty much. No. Well, they got kicked out after Modern Warfare 2.
Was that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
It's still a billion years ago in gaming time.
Yeah, pretty much. So looking forward to okay, we gotta at least know something. Like, come on, like really, they brought pretty much 90% of Infinity Ward with them.
That seems to be your theme for like today. That's like, come on.
Come on.
We're at the end of a generation right now, and there are still so many games that I want to play that they've announced yet haven't come out. Final Fantasy Versus 13. Here's prediction number 5A.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. I set him off.
Like, really? Like, that game was announced at the same time as 13. We're almost through 3. The actual flying fuck, where is it?
I'm so sorry. I set him off.
Do you have a joke prediction, Danny?
I don't understand. Final Fantasy Versus 13 is now Final Fantasy 15.
Is that your joke
That's my joke prediction, because that would be the logical thing to do. But Square Enix is too stupid to do the logical thing.
You can tell when he's frustrated because he just talks faster and faster.
It'd be good if you weren't cutting out a bit on. I don't know. Is he cutting out on your end too, Will, or
a little bit? Yeah.
It's because the satellite technology is just not up to date here.
No.
Listeners, I am currently at my house near the university I go to, and I have no computer, so I am currently on the Skype app on my iPhone, sucking the internet bandwidth out from my housemate's internet plan.
Shameless plug, Skype, Apple, get on that, give us some money. But
get Danny internet. Someone start a Kickstarter.
Kickstarter campaign. I need $55 so I can go to Tiger Direct this weekend and get myself a network.
I'm pretty sure we can cut out like a couple thousand out of our Mars fund. But,
by the way, guys, listeners, we are doing very well with that Kickstarter. We are currently at
We were almost thinking about putting it up.
Well,
2 million?
To Mars? Come on. 2 million it is. All right. So we are currently $2 million away still, but we are getting closer by the day. And I promise you I will stop talking about Final Fantasy.
That actually reminds me of a game that I need to recommend to you guys, which I might recommend now, actually. Am I allowed to do that?
Okay, sure.
Kerbal Space Program.
I've seen things about that, and it's like, I've almost bought it. I just haven't got around to doing it. It looks hilarious.
I'm going to tell you guys a story about what happened to one of my spaceships. So I turned the throttle up to launch my spaceship, and then I hit launch, and my solid fuel boosters took off. However, the rest of my rocket ship did not take off. My parachutes also happened to deploy with my solid fuel rockets. And then eventually my main part of my rocket took off. And then it crashed. The end.
It
It is a magnificent game.
It didn't have enough power to control it, so it just hurtled off into space.
Pretty much.
But yeah, it's been on my list, and it looks hilarious.
I recommend it. It gets the Will Steele of recommendation.
But so you all done with your predictions now, Danny?
Yeah, trust me, you guys want me to.
Do you want to go now, Will, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll go now.
Okay.
Okay, so, one prediction. Nintendo is revealing the new Super Smash Bros., we know that. I think that one of the characters they reveal is going to be Pac-Man.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that. I can actually see that.
I am predicting
Because
Pac-Man...
with Brawl, they put in more third parties.
Exactly, and they're looking to do more, so I'm predicting Pac-Man in the next Super Smash Bros.
Okay, that's a good prediction. I like it.
Quick question, Will, since you probably know this. How many first-party Nintendo characters have they not put into a Smash Brothers game?
Well, are we talking main characters or backup characters or?
Well,
Yeah, because if we're going specifics, I could say they haven't added about 640-something Pokemon to Super Smash Bros.
Okay, prominent characters.
I'm pretty sure that almost all of them have actually been in Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, so what more can they add except third parties? Can they add? Man.
Yeah, exactly.
They had Snake
I can actually
in the
see
game.
them maybe adding. Yeah, they had Snake and Sonic and Brawl. I can actually see them adding like Sonic was in there as well. Did I just?
Yeah, you said Sonic
I'm
twice.
pretty sure I just said that. Wow, I just had like a total brain meltdown. Shut up. They could theoretically add Final Fantasy characters. No.
They could theoretically. Probably
Square
won't.
Enix
but
third
they
party?
Yeah, well,
because it would be a logical.
it was on NES, wasn't it? Or Super NES, like the Super
1 to
Nintendo?
6 was on NES.
Yeah.
I think
1
so,
to
yeah.
6 was on Nintendo consoles, and then they jump ship.
Yeah. So yeah, that's always an option. Next prediction. Monster Hunter 4 is going to get more North American publicity this time around.
Okay.
They could use more marketing for those games, because those games are actually really good.
Yeah, it seems like you don't really hear anything about them.
Try?
That's the reason why they haven't been big, because apparently the first one had a ton of advertising in Japan, but absolutely none here, and then it just kind of bombed, and they didn't really take off that well.
But those games are so good.
Oh yeah, they're amazing.
Look at when we played Try. When we just stole a TV and went into our chemistry room and just played Monster Hunter Try for an hour every day.
Remember Vera?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Monster Sword of Death.
Yeah. What other predictions did I have? What was the other one? Oh yeah, Nintendo is going to announce a new Pokemon type at their Pokemon conference thing for Pokemon X and Y.
And that type's going to be Fairy.
Or Magic or something, but yeah, it's going to be Fairy. I'm calling that right now.
What could they do? Magic? Would that even work?
It might be like a translation, because in Japan, Dark type is Evil type.
Evil?
Yeah, evil, fighting dirty.
Umbreon, the evil Pokemon.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm predicting the Fairy type. It's all but confirmed at this point, but nothing's official. I had a couple other really good ones. What were they?
Well, you should have wrote them down, like I did.
Yeah, I know. I have sort of a joke one, but also one that's moderately real.
Okay,
that
what is
Sony is going to apologize for the Xbox One.
We apologize that our competitors can stoop to such a level that they would disrespect their customers to this degree.
Yeah.
We would also like to thank them for making us look a lot better than we actually are.
Yeah. And then, like Lee said, and like my prediction from last year, I think we're going to get something about Mass Effect 4. I don't know what it is, but we're going to get something.
I still say too soon.
It was one of my predictions from last year, so I'm sticking with it.
Okay. So that's everything, Will?
Yeah, those are my predictions. I probably had some better ones, but they're lost in my brain now.
Here are my E3 2013 predictions. Are you ready?
Okay.
Prediction number 1. there will be a trailer or screenshot revealing the image of the main character for the new Mass Effect game. It's gonna happen.
That I can see.
Yeah, I can see something.
Nintendo did that screenshot thing with Skyward Sword like 3
Yeah.
years before the game came out.
Yeah, I can see him doing that.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Prediction number 2.
We'll get something.
Yeah. Well, I've gone past something and just said that that's what they're gonna do. So, that's my prediction. Prediction number 2. It will be announced at this E3 that the voice of Snake for Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain will be David Hayter.
He tweeted something about that that's got a lot of people freaking out.
It's gonna happen.
Considering it's an abomination that he's not voicing it currently, but...
And I made that prediction before I read about the tweet. So it was even ballsier.
Because you know your shit, that's why. You know the stuff, Lee.
Prediction number 3. Fallout 4 and The Elder Scrolls 6 will be announced to be in the works.
Ooh.
That's too much.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Elder Scrolls 6 thing.
No, I was like, because they're going to be focusing more on Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
They're definitely not going to want to put marketing towards one Elder Scrolls game to take away from another.
Yeah, I don't believe in the 6 thing, but it's a prediction, so you never know.
It's gonna happen.
Lee,
It's gonna happen.
if it's right, I will give you life savings.
Oh, yeah, Danny, you still owe me a life debt.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Okay, I think that's a story for another time. But
Back to predictions.
prediction number 4, and Danny, this kind of goes in the opposite direction of one of your predictions.
I'm going to hate you after this one.
It hurt me to make this prediction because I want to see it too. But South Park: The Stick of Truth will either be delayed indefinitely or not mentioned at all by Ubisoft.
You can go straight and die, man. You can just go burn in a fiery pit of nothingness. That didn't make sense. Go on.
I think that's what's going to happen. There's no reason for that game to not already be out.
No, I know, and that's why it's like, come on, like,
On.
Okay, and prediction number 5. The final.
sorry, I don't want you to go burning hell.
BioWare's new IP will be revealed and set in the near future.
I can see that.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't really go into more specifics when I just kind of brought the new one up, because I had a prediction on it.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
Yeah, it's doable.
Yeah.
Because I said they've already been like in the past and in the future, so it's got to be like around now.
Will it have multiplayer?
For sure.
Yes, because
Okay.
it's EA publishing the game.
Yeah.
Okay, and I have my bonus question. And
So hold on, Lee. You kind of cut out there when you said bonus. So it sounded like I had my bonus.
no, it's definitely bonus. But
The BioWare thing is just turning you on. I can just totally tell.
But and it was funny because I've decided to. I had the Stick of Truth thing in there, so I decided to be nice and not mention anything about The Last Guardian, because that also seems like it'd be too easy to make a prediction of. Because I could just make the same prediction I made last year, that there will be zero mention of The Last Guardian in any capacity by anyone.
Hold on. No. I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to stop you right there, and I'm going to revamp one of my predictions.
Is that
and
allowed?
say, right? What was that?
Is that allowed?
It is.
Yeah.
It is because because Lee tempted me.
Okay.
The Last Guardian will either be announced as a PlayStation 4 game, not a launch title, because it'll be announced as being on PlayStation 4, but it'll still never come out. Or someone in an interview like Shuhei or Kaz Hirai or Jack Tretton or I don't know the other people, that British guy. They'll say, "Oh, The Last Guardian. We'll have more about that later on."
Nope. I don't even say that. but that's too easy of a prediction. That's not. I'm not even going to make it.
Okay, I take it back. You can go to hell. Like, honestly. Like,
Okay, but as a bit of redemption for you, Danny,
Come on,
just
like,
as a
come
bit of
on.
redemption, my bonus is Agent will be mentioned in the future PS4 lineup during Sony's PlayStation conference. So that means that like if they give like a list of games that are in the works, it'll just be like games are coming out like such as this, Agent, this. That's gonna happen. They're not gonna have a full big thing on it. It's just gonna be like mentioned that it is in the works. That's my bonus. Because I don't think it's gonna happen.
Thus, son, this DJ
like, has brushed my dream for everything gaming good.
Oh, just go on the internet for a bit.
I can't. I don't really have a good computer at
Yeah,
all.
I know.
Lee, I'm kidding. I don't want you to burn in hell.
But I made that prediction about Agent because there's been a lot of talk about it recently. There was somebody that's listed that they were working on it in their LinkedIn profile and other such things like that. So
Yeah.
it's coming out. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be their first PS4 game. It's gonna happen.
I guarantee it.
So does anybody have any other
IGN,
comments?
we are not paying you royalties.
Well, no, it wouldn't be IGN. It would be Men's Warehouse. Considering that was where they stole
That's
from.
right. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah,
All right,
you'd have
so
to pay money
anyway,
to the Dos Equis guy because he's also the Men's Warehouse guy.
Oh well, he is the most interesting man in the world.
Yeah.
But does anybody have any
Okay,
comments about their about anyone's predictions?
Okay, so I remember last time we talked about how we will have a dedicated Final Fantasy Danny rant show.
Yeah,
Is that still gonna happen? Is that still actually gonna happen?
That's
think
for you to
sometime in the
decide,
future.
Danny.
After E3, when
After
the dust
the-
finally settles.
After the post E3 and after the Pokemon show, we can have Danny's Final Fantasy rant show.
Because I will finally have time to build up the power and the voice to articulate my hatred
Plus,
towards everything
who
fantasy,
knows?
plus my love.
By then, you might have good news from E3 about Final Fantasy.
Okay, let's be realistic here. Like, come on.
I wasn't trying to joke. I was saying that seriously. There could be something. It could be like, well, we've taken all of our fans into consideration, especially the voiced opinion of one Danny Johnston. That
No, hold on. Let me stop here. This is the perfect way Square Enix E3 can go. So we have been listening to fan opinion, and we would just like to announce that Final Fantasy Versus 13 will be releasing in November of 2013. We are here also to announce Final Fantasy 15 to be released for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in the near future, preferably around 2015. And we would also like to point out that we are going to be making a Final Fantasy VII remake that will focus on gameplay and not on visual aesthetic that will take 16 years to develop. And we would also like to we are going to make Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn free to play for all 35 people who play it.
and then you just hear like one guy in the crowd, yay! Whoa! He starts cheering and clapping.
And it's just the camera like pans to him.
He's
What, did you
standing
get?
up, just.
But yeah, that's like their perfect E3, and they don't announce games that are not going to be released in the next decade.
But
Oh, and here's actually one prediction that I had, and I decided to like not go again, to like not say it because I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I actually do feel it is going to happen because it's been getting more traction lately.
you guys are gonna have
They
to.
will.
By the way, you're gonna have to remember all your predictions because I'm gonna need to write them down for the official record after this. So.
Yeah, it's fine. That's
Yeah, I
totally
can do
fine.
that. Yeah.
Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD remakes for Vita and PS3 will get a definitive release date.
It's funny because
Yeah,
I
I
was
can see
trying
that.
I was trying to look through and see like what other games haven't had an HD release and make one of those my predictions. So I just started searching up old games. I was like, oh, Jack and Daxter. I don't think they've been getting much love. And it was like, oh, yep, they had an HD collection a little while ago. Look up a bunch more, and I couldn't find anything. So I was like, well, they've definitely been upping their HD re-release games since I've been paying attention.
Yeah.
The only HD re-releases I purchased have been Eco and Shadow of the Colossus and the God of War collection. That's it.
I bought the God of War collection just because I never played it before, and I heard it was half.
Yeah, that's precisely why I did it too. Same with the Eco and Shadow.
I think I'm gonna have to go out and buy that, but it's on the long list of games that I have. Especially, and it'll
Yeah.
be good because there won't be any new games coming out for the PS3. At least, well, there might be for a while, but I mean like big exclusives because it'll all be for the PS4, so I can have time to catch up.
Hooray!
Play
I think like the last
my
great
six
game for
playthroughs of
PS3.
Mass Effect.
The last great game for PS3 is going to be Gran Turismo 6.
Or Destiny.
That's true.
Or Grand Theft
Speaking
Auto
of Mass
5.
Effect, at the place where I work, like Xbox for $75, so I might buy it and bring Mass Effects 1, 2, and 3 back here and do absolutely nothing but fight the Reapers.
Don't do it, Danny. Convert to PlayStation.
No, I'm still PlayStation. Just the only I got to give Xbox. I got to give Microsoft some love.
Why?
They're like the forgotten child.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay for. Well, I guess not if you're gonna be online. I was gonna say you have to pay for Xbox Live, but who's playing Mass Effect?
Pay for Xbox Live. I would rather like shove my fist down my throat and die.
So, can you play
pay for
Mass
Xbox
Effect
Live.
3 without being connected?
You can go online without paying. Like I like whenever I go on my Xbox, sign me in, but I just can't do anything fun or useful. I could just show that I'm online. It's literally all Xbox Silver does.
But what was I gonna say? I was gonna build on some of my predictions. Yeah, I made the David Hayter prediction before I even heard because I think it was just today that he tweeted that.
No, it was the other day because I
was
remember I
it?
read a news story about that like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I just saw today when he was talking about how well, somebody said that they were gonna announce the official voice of Snake on the 6th. So it's not even going to be at E3 that they announce that, but so I guess that would make my prediction wrong. It would be a 0.5. So, but if they announce it on the 6th, and then David Hayter tweeted that he said, I can't wait for E3. I hope my voice doesn't. Or no, he said it. I can't remember exactly the way he said it. He said, I hope my voice isn't.
I hope I don't lose my voice.
That's what it was. But it also means that he's like. It could be that he's talking a lot, which is one way the surface way you would interpret that, and it could also be that he hopes that he's still the voice of Snake, right?
Yeah,
Cryptic
yeah.
tweeting from David Hayter here, but and I was also going to say, well, my Fallout 4 and Elder Scrolls 6, I've heard a lot about like Elder Scrolls Online for a while now. So is that like I don't even know what the deal of that is.
It's currently, I think, in beta. I'm not
I think so. Yeah, it's
sure.
in beta. They gave out beta keys a little while ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere about that. I personally have no interest in that game at all.
Yeah, I'm not
Partially
interested in the
because Elder
online.
Scrolls, I don't want to be walking with people. I want to be walking around Skyrim and Tamriel with myself, fighting giants and getting my ass kicked handedly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to when they do announce something about 6.
I'm saying it's going to be
But
at
no,
E3.
Fallout first.
Well, yeah,
But you're
they've
wrong.
already been talking about how Fallout. Well, they said that they've been doing location scouting in Boston and stuff like that for Fallout 4 in Boston. But
Boston.
but yeah, and so I think that they've gone too long without saying anything that they have to say something. And I believe it was at E3 that they did the little teaser trailer for New Vegas where it was the iBot just floating along to the song and it gets shot, and that was it. It was just a really quick teaser trailer, and I think it was at E3 that they did that. And I think there's going to be something like that, at least for Fallout 4. That the bare minimum.
Okay, I can sort of see that.
Yeah.
Because it seems like that we've gone too long without hearing any information whatsoever about that. So
Yeah.
that means that if they do announce it, I'll have to go back and play Fallout 3, and I'm going to start from the very beginning because I bought the first ones and I haven't played them yet. But I really want to play Fallout 3 in New Vegas again. So there's like 4 games right there that I got to play.
Yet to play.
You haven't played New Vegas? I'm pretty sure you've discussed this.
No.
I'm
pretty
definitely
sure we discussed this along with Heavy Rain.
I'm definitely not
along
as
with Hotline
outraged
Miami.
as I usually am. I've just come to
I remember
accept
the
that
very
I'm going
first
to be
time.
disappointed in you, Danny.
No, I've come to expect that too. No, I think like the very first time you said, "Oh, I have yet to play Grand Theft Auto 4." Really? That didn't set you up? Really?
I shook my head and face palmed silently.
Come on. You know, I think this episode should just be titled "Come On." Like honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, it's done.
Pre-3, come on. No.
But no, the first time I told you I didn't play a game that you said, I think it was Grand Theft Auto 4, and you just said, "What? What? Are you fucking crazy? What?" And then Will came out like, "I can sell you the game for like $20, Danny." And
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
just,
yeah, I
to do
remember that. I remember that. It's all coming back to me now. See,
Yeah.
I've been all hated out on you. I can't be angry at you anymore. It's just.
Well, I'm sorry that my choice of games is not driving around in a car, shooting people, running them over, hooking up with prostitutes, beating them up, taking back my money. Actually,
See, are you one of those people that doesn't even play the
play-
story? Are you one of those people?
no, I do. I finished GTA 3. I finished San Andreas. I finished. I think I finished Vice City.
Because there are exactly. Oh, I want to make sure about this. There are, to my recollection, exactly 0 prostitutes in the actual story of the game.
What, in Grand Theft Auto 4?
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't know. I've never
They
played
might
the
be
game.
mentioned, but there's no.
I've
yeah.
never played the game, like I said.
I'm getting angrier and angrier as we go along here, so.
Oh, do you want to have an angry off? Will just mentioned Final Fantasy and Lee. You don't even understand what your anger is.
Hey, Dan, Final Fantasy 13,
No,
go.
stop!
Oh my god.
Okay.
I was playing that game 2 weeks ago, and the linearity of that game just blows my mind at how much they can totally botch a game.
So, Danny, how excited are you for the multiplayer, the MMO Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy 14 A Realm Reborn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cinematics looked great.
Is that already out, didn't you say?
Yeah, it is, but it failed so hard that they had to fire the entire development team and restructure the game and take it offline, make it free to play, lose a shitload of money, and then delay the PS3 version and then re-release it called Final Fantasy 14 version 2.0 A Realm Reborn, and now finally releasing it in August on PlayStation 3.
Did they ever, or was
exciting.
it better or worse, or like collapse-wise than the Star Wars MMO?
Worse.
Worse?
Square Enix released an incomplete game. The game was actually incomplete. It was a massive clusterfuck.
But yeah,
when it
but
came
that,
to, like,
that just
menu-
fits in with every other game that's released, like Call of Duty.
No. The game was like, I feel like. No, we're saving this for another episode.
Okay.
Stop.
It's over the special Danny
Okay,
episode.
so does anybody have
because I realized
a
after
summary?
talking, this whole thing was done.
A summary on E3. What they? Anything else? Closing comments.
Can't think of anything.
No, I'm actually just looking forward to it. Because also during that week, Apple has their worldwide development conference, and they're going to talk about gaming, and we're just going to not care.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a console shaped like an apple. And like
Behold the Apple.
the
It's the
control,
iApple.
the controller is like, you know how in their logo they have the piece of the apple that's like kind of bit out. The controller is the piece that's been bit out. So when you're not playing, you just stick the controller in and it's a complete apple. But then when you want to play, you just pull that out and that's the controller.
That
Prediction
is
number
absolute
6.
genius. That is genius. I'm sorry. That is so good.
Yeah.
See, so along with our financial backing for product placement, I would not turn down a job for design
It'll
and
be ours in no time.
Apple. I know you have Johnny Ive as the best designer your company has ever seen, but come on.
come on.
Come on.
Come on.
But yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything. Those are our predictions. We will be doing a post D3 show.
A post pre 3.
And we'll go over who won. I gotta watch back to see, because I'm not sure. Do you remember if we did find out who the winner was last year?
I don't
No,
distinctly
I don't remember.
I think we just kind of ignored that.
Yeah.
But
Probably because we all just lost, I guess.
this year it's going to be official.
We're
We're
making
gonna
it
talk
official.
about
We're
it
an
and
official
everything.
podcast here, guys. Jeez, we are official.
But yeah.
Professional.
So I guess the only thing left is you should go to our website at nerdcastpodcast.com. And
Yeah, you should.
from there,
The Nerdcast
the
podcast.
nerdcastpodcast.com, sorry. And from there you can
Oh,
find all of
guys.
our other respective social networking sites that you can go to. They're all up there.
I have news for you.
Oh no.
One of my housemates, he asked me, did you guys record a podcast, right? Like you and your friends? I was like, yeah. He's like, is it called Nerdcast? Because I've been on your website.
Really?
Hmm.
We're making the
And
rounds.
I was so, but no, but I was, have you do it yet? He was I just was on your website.
Okay.
And I told him if he was going to listen to any of them, listen to episode 19, Octopus Herds of the Salt Plains.
That was a very good episode.
That was a good episode.
I would that was the best episode we've ever done.
Our least informative episode, but still our best one.
The last one when the 4 of us were all together. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Stay tuned. We're going to try to get back to.
So we're looking forward to E3, and thanks for
It'll be
listening.
exciting.
So yeah, I guess that's it. We'll say goodbye
Thank
now.
you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.